In a leak that, honestly, redefines the nation's future, the world has been shaken to its core. The air is thick with tension as the contents of these documents begin to circulate, sending shockwaves through every level of society. For years, whispers of government secrets have lingered in the background, but nothing could have prepared the public for the magnitude of what has just been revealed. The leak, unprecedented in its scope and detail, has forced citizens, politicians, and international observers alike to confront a new reality, one where the very foundation of Trinidad and Tobago's democracy is at stake. The documents stamped with the highest level of confidentiality were never meant to see the light of day. Yet, here they are, exposed for all to see, and the implications are nothing short of earth-shattering. Donald Trump has just exposed the Trinidadian government's secret plans, and wow, the truth is wilder than any conspiracy theory you've probably heard. The former U.S. president, known for his controversial statements and headline-grabbing actions, has once again thrust himself into the global spotlight. This time, by unveiling a trove of classified information that lays bare the inner workings of a foreign government. The documents detail a series of covert meetings, clandestine communications, and high-level strategies that have been in motion for years, all aimed at fundamentally transforming the nation's political landscape. As the news spreads, the public is left reeling, struggling to process the enormity of what's been uncovered. Social media is ablaze with speculation, outrage, and disbelief, as citizens demand answers and accountability from their leaders. International news outlets scramble to verify the authenticity of the leak, while government officials scramble to contain the fallout. The sense of betrayal is palpable, as people come to terms with the fact that the government they trusted may have been plotting in secret all along. He revealed a radical blueprint to completely phase out the current democratic system within the next decade. According to the leaked documents, the government has been quietly developing a step-by-step plan to dismantle the institutions that have defined Trinidad and Tobago's democracy for generations. The blueprint outlines sweeping changes to the Constitution, the judiciary, and the electoral process, all designed to concentrate power in the hands of a select few. The plan is both meticulous and audacious, with detailed timelines, contingency strategies, and even psychological operations intended to sway public opinion. Experts warn that if implemented, these changes could fundamentally alter the nation's identity, eroding the checks and balances that protect individual freedoms and ensure government accountability. The revelation has sparked immediate outrage, with opposition leaders calling for emergency sessions of parliament and mass protests erupting in cities across the country. International allies are watching closely, concerned about the potential ripple effects on regional stability and democratic norms. As the world grapples with the implications of this bombshell leak, one thing is clear. Trinidad and Tobago stands at a crossroads, and the choices made in the coming days will shape its future for generations to come. The core of this wild plan is something called the Technate Initiative. This initiative is not just a fleeting idea or a theoretical concept, it is a comprehensive blueprint for a new kind of governance. Imagine a world where the complexities of human decision-making are handed over to an advanced artificial intelligence system. This AI would be responsible for analyzing vast amounts of data, making decisions based on logic and efficiency, and implementing policies without the influence of human emotions or biases. The Technate Initiative aims to create a society where governance is streamlined, transparent, and free from the pitfalls of traditional political systems. The government intends to gradually transfer all key decision-making, from economic policy to resource allocation, to a centralized AI-driven governance platform. This platform would be designed to handle the intricacies of running a state, from managing the economy to ensuring that resources are distributed fairly and efficiently. The idea is to create a system that can respond to the needs of the population in real time, using data analytics and machine learning to predict and address issues before they become problems. By removing human error and bias from the equation, the government hopes to create a more equitable and prosperous society. This system would use citizen data to automate lawmaking, claiming it eliminates corruption and political bias, effectively creating the world's first AI-run state. The AI would be programmed to prioritize the well-being of the citizens, using data to make decisions that are in the best interest of the majority. This could mean anything from adjusting tax rates to implementing new social programs, all based on real-time data and predictive analytics. The goal is to create a government that is not only more efficient, but also more responsive to the needs of its people. Critics, however, argue that this level of automation could lead to a loss of personal freedoms and a lack of accountability. They worry that an AI-driven government could become too powerful, making decisions that are difficult to challenge or reverse. Despite these concerns, proponents of the TechNate initiative believe that it represents the future of governance, a future where technology and data drive decision-making, and where the inefficiencies and corruptions of the past are left behind. The world's first AI-run state could serve as a model for other countries, showing what is possible when technology is harnessed for the greater good. Whether this vision becomes a reality remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. The TechNate initiative is pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible in the realm of governance. In a move that sent shockwaves through the international community, former President Trump unveiled a controversial clause designed to fundamentally redefine the very concept of national sovereignty. This clause, buried deep within a complex legal framework, challenges the traditional understanding of what it means for a nation to govern itself, to control its own destiny, and to stand as an independent actor on the world stage. For centuries, sovereignty has been the bedrock of international relations, the invisible line that separates one nation's authority from another's. But now, with this new legal maneuver, the boundaries of sovereignty are being redrawn, and the implications are profound. At the heart of this plan lies the concept of a shared sovereignty compact, a bold and unprecedented initiative that would see Trinidad, a vibrant Caribbean nation, voluntarily pool its legal and economic authority with a consortium of other small island nations. The idea is both radical and pragmatic. By joining forces, these nations hope to amplify their collective voice, increase their bargaining power, and secure a more stable and prosperous future for their citizens. In a world where small states often struggle to compete with the economic and political might of global superpowers, the Shared Sovereignty Compact offers a new path forward, one that is rooted in cooperation, mutual benefit, and shared responsibility. The mechanics of the compact are as innovative as its vision. Under this arrangement, Trinidad and its partner nations would create a single, unified digital jurisdiction, a virtual territory that transcends physical borders and leverages cutting-edge technology to administer laws, manage resources, and facilitate trade. This digital jurisdiction would be governed by a council of representatives from each member nation, ensuring that every voice is heard and every interest is protected. Together, they would negotiate as a bloc with global superpowers, presenting a united front in matters of trade, security, and diplomacy. By harnessing the power of digital infrastructure, the compact aims to level the playing field, giving small nations the tools they need to thrive in an increasingly interconnected world. But this bold experiment comes at a cost. By entering into the Shared Sovereignty Compact, Trinidad would effectively dissolve its individual standing in the United Nations, relinquishing its seat and its vote in favor of collective representation. This move has sparked intense debate both at home and abroad. Supporters argue that the compact is a necessary adaptation to the realities of the 21st century, a way for small nations to protect their interests and assert their relevance on the global stage. Critics, however, warn that it could erode national identity, undermine democratic accountability, and set a dangerous precedent for the future of international governance. As the world watches closely, the fate of Trinidad and its partners hangs in the balance, and the question of what it truly means to be a sovereign nation is more urgent than ever before. The truth is wild because it reveals that the government is not seeking to reform the system, but to replace it with an untested technocratic model that abolishes traditional politics and, honestly, redefines the very concept of a nation-state for the 21st century. To navigate this complex and ever-changing landscape of radical government plans and political upheaval, you need the most current information. So, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our essential guides and updates.